An ant was walking through the forest, her expression full of sadness and anguish. It was as if she carried the weight of the world on her tiny back. With each step, she seemed to sink deeper into the darkness of her thoughts, lost in her own lamentations. Life felt meaningless to her. Every afternoon, she took a walk through the forest, searching among her thoughts for the answer to her inner sadness. Then, almost by chance, she found a spring unlike any other, a spring that could speak. Surprised, the ant approached, and the spring, with its gentle and welcoming voice, spoke to her. "Why are you so sad, little ant?" the spring asked. The ant sighed, sitting by the edge of the spring. She answered, "I feel lost, without direction. My life feels empty, without purpose. I can't seem to find happiness or inner peace." The spring smiled with understanding. "I can help you. I have the power to grant 3 wishes. Anything your heart desires, I can make it come true." The ant paused for a moment, looking into the spring's crystal-clear water. "And what wishes would you suggest, living spring?" she asked. The spring then answered the poor, sorrowful ant. "Look, little ant, in cases like yours, most people wish for riches, power, and fame," the spring replied. "But few ask for a loving family, health, peace of mind, or joy. Because they say that, in fact, they already have a family, health, and all those things I mentioned. Yet even so, they don't find happiness, and their souls remain unfulfilled." The ant nodded, reflecting on her own circumstances. "I admit that I do have a family. I'm not sure I'd call it a happy one, but I have one. And my health isn't the worst, but still I feel like something's missing. It's like I can't find peace or joy, and a deep anguish consumes me every day. I feel fear, sadness, and I'm constantly anxious, hoping something grand will happen. But my life is nothing more than a cycle of sleeping and waking with no end. I look at everyone around me, their lives full of new things, and I feel constantly defeated, inferior, incapable. I realize people look down on me, and I'm just a loser to them. And what hurts the most is knowing that my time has passed. There's no more hope for me. Oh, if I could go back in time and make different choices, I would be so happy." "What do you wish for then, little ant?" the spring asked, awaiting her response. "I've always dreamed of making 3 wishes. I'd like to read people's minds, to see the past, and finally, to see my own future." The ant, eager to understand others' thoughts, asked for the power to read minds. The spring granted her wish, and the ant began to hear the thoughts around her. She realized that people thought both good and bad things simultaneously, and that what shaped a person's character were the thoughts they chose to listen to. The actions people choose to take are what make them good or bad. The spring also took her into the past, where she had the chance to make different choices in life, the ones she had always dreamed of changing. But when she returned to the present, she bitterly regretted it. It was not as she had imagined, but rather a distorted, unrecognizable version of her current life. Her heart ached deeply because the wish had not met her expectations, and so she asked to see the future. The spring took her forward in time, where she saw a mixture of joy and sorrow. She realized that nothing was under her control, and knowing the future would not change her journey. The ant saw her future and discovered that nothing is truly within our control. In the end, life held both good and bad experiences for her, and knowing them in advance wouldn't change a thing. Because we must be conscious when making decisions, wise in the present. But even that won't save us from bad days, nor will it prevent our greatest achievements from happening. She understood that the present was the only moment in which she could truly act and be happy. She realized that life is a gift called today, where we must live every moment, because yesterday is gone and tomorrow is uncertain. Life is a gift called today. If you must fight, then fight. If you must cry, cry. If you must smile, smile intensely. If you need to speak, speak. If you need to be silent, then be silent. Make the most of every minute, every second, but don't dwell on what cannot be changed. The ant looked at the spring with determination. I wish to find inner peace, the joy of living. I want to be free of this anguish that consumes me, this feeling of inferiority and defeat. I wish to discover the true meaning of my existence. The spring smiled, its glow intensifying. Your wish is noble, little ant, so let it be. And with a soft murmur, the spring granted the ant's wish. Your strength is within you. Whenever you need strength or renewal, just look to the spring of living waters, which is Jesus. He can help you at any moment and show you the true value of life. He can open your eyes to see the most beautiful parts of life and bring peace to your heart. The peace you've been tirelessly searching for. The best way to live a happy life is to focus on the good. And whenever you feel very sad, ask yourself, can I change what happened? Is it in my hands to change what's hurting me? Can I control this situation? If the answer is no, then take a deep breath, meditate, and shift your attention and energy away from that circumstance. Focus instead on things that bring you peace, like a good conversation with friends, a walk in nature, a swim, hugging your family while watching a good movie, and anything else that makes you feel happy and at peace. Because if you can't change something, giving into sadness will be the worst decision. Believe me, life doesn't end just because you've decided to stop living. Your days will pass regardless, but how they unfold is your choice. Now, if the answer is yes, if you can change things through your choices, then seek wisdom in God and in the advice of those with more experience, and make new choices, but don't sit still waiting for something to happen. The ant felt a deep calm wash over her, a sense of lightness and serenity she had never experienced before. She smiled, feeling renewed, ready to face the world with a new perspective, full of hope and optimism. "Thank you, spring of living waters," said the ant with gratitude. "Now I understand that true happiness doesn't come from external desires, but from accepting who we are and pursuing inner peace." And so the ant walked away, carrying with her the wisdom and tranquility she had found in that spring of living water, ready to live a full and joyful life. I'm glad you made it this far. I'll see you in the next video.